It was a Monday morning, and my coffee was cold before I even got out of bed. I hate Mondays. They're like an invisible wall that you can't see but know is coming. My desk was covered in sticky notes from the previous week. Last minute to-dos. Reminders for when I needed to pick up the dry cleaner's catalog. And my phone buzzed with notifications about a big project at work that needed attention before the weekend. As I reached for my phone, I glanced down at the headphones clutched in my hand. They were sitting there, looking perfect. The white case was slightly worn from being tossed into the bag last night, but the JBL logo glowed boldly on the ear cups. My heart suddenly raced. Why? Because they looked so sleek and techy? Or maybe because I've been dying to get a pair that can block out the endless noise around me? I pushed open my office door and let out an excited sigh. The headphones followed me as I walked toward my desk, their foldable design slipping easily into my backpack pocket. I had been dreading this week. I was supposed to finish a report for a client by Friday. But now that I thought about it, maybe these headphones could help? I plugged them in and started playing some ambient music from my phone. Try as it might, it didn't do much to drown out the cacophony of my desk. My coworkers were already talking, their voices blaring through the open office door. I needed something more. That's when my phone started buzzing in my pocket. A call came through, the usual reminder about a last-minute project. But then it hung up abruptly. My heart skipped a beat. Without the headphones to block those annoying notifications from spilling over into my ears, I felt like I was drowning again. I pulled out the JBL. The Bluetooth paired instantly, and the low hum of the music filled the silence around me. The microphone popped up on my phone, and I could hear myself speak clearly over the ambient noise. It was surreal. The headphones had somehow turned an otherwise chaotic environment into something calm and manageable. As I sat back at my desk, I realized how much of a difference these headphones made. The hum of the fan was gone. The soft murmur of my colleagues was muffled, and the clicking of my mouse was in the background now. I could actually focus on my work instead of trying to ignore the noise. But the best part? When I looked up from my report to answer a call, the JBL's microphone caught every word and fed it back into my phone with crystal clarity. It felt like having a personal assistant in my pocket, except it was always listening, always clear, and never took its eyes off me. As I typed away, the music from the headphones swayed slightly in time to the words on the screen. It was almost mesmerizing. The whole experience made me feel lighter, more at ease, more productive, less stressed. It was like having a little piece of my sanctuary right where I worked. When I finally looked up and saw the clock, it wasn't 4 o'clock anymore. It was mid-afternoon, and with that single pair of headphones, something had changed for me. Maybe I could actually get some work done without the endless distractions. Or maybe, just maybe, these headphones were starting to change how I viewed myself. As I packed up my office and set the JBL on my desk, I couldn't help but smile. The stress of the week was gone, replaced by a sense of calm. And all it took was these headphones doing their job, blocking out noise, filtering sound, and connecting me to the world around me in a way that felt perfect. By the time I got home that night, I had set aside an hour just for myself. No work, no calls, nothing but my JBL. I sat there, listening to the quantum sound, feeling the bass thump through my vibrations as if it could vibrate inside me too. It was more than a pair of headphones. It was a companion, a reminder that life didn't have to be as loud and chaotic as it felt. As the battery on the JBL dwindled and I decided it was time to charge them up again, I let out a deep sigh. Monday wouldn't be so bad anymore. Whether this story is real or not, well, that's entirely up to you to decide.